Hi there, my name's Hinterland, and this footage is a quick play game on Elias. It was a loss, but I thought I'd analyse the events that led up to this. Although quick play is a casual game mode, I often use it as a tool to find my own gameplay issues, and fix them before they become habit and potentially screw me over in comp. So right off the bat, I choose Mercy as my comfort pick. Considering the timestamp of this being quite late at night, I didn't want to be too adventurous. I immediately also should have checked the group tab to see what my teammates' most played heroes were. The 30-second select time has ended, and our 6th person hasn't picked his hero. If this happened in comp, I would usually ask in voice to see what they wanted to play. This helps ensure a balanced comp where everyone's on a pick they're relatively comfortable with. Because it's only quick play though, I don't really care. In this case, we're running a triple DPS comp with Winston as our solo tank and Brigitte as secondary healer. This is fine, as the squishes will be easy to sustain as Mercy. I can damage boost the DPS with quick ult and pocket the Winston when he dives. I watch Junkrat to see when he mind jumps. By using Guardian Angel, I can peek ahead and gauge any big threats, specifically fire for this map. Here my positioning isn't actually that great. We don't have a shield tank, and Brigitte taking a scatter means they have a Hanzo. The way I dawdled in this spot was quite dangerous. I take cover underneath point, then hear Hog footsteps to my right. I immediately reposition. The skirmish turns into an actual team fight, and we pick off the Bastion early, making it 6v5. With that advantage, we then easily roll the split enemy team. Staggering the Hog and Moira here is huge. I damage boost to build ult and to speed up the kills. Hanzo is spamming the choke and Tracer dies. This is an easy and clean res, so I use the wall as cover. This brings the fight back to a 6v6. Although we lose Brigitte here, Junkrat lands a nice double and Tracer sticks the Hanzo. The enemy team cannot push and we didn't overuse ults. With 3 teammates critical, I spam group up to let them know where I am. That Zarya is really charged. I use cover and help the Doomfist duel her. I realise quickly that Zarya has grab and that my team is dangerously grouped up. I predict it and Valkyrie to save them. It's a 4v5, so I try to res Winston. Unfortunately, I flunk it by getting out of range, and the enemy Mercy reses Zarya, making it a 4v6. The enemy team cleans us up, but they do waste Bastion ult. Even though I just respawned, we already lost Doomfist, and Brigitte is returning from spawn. The enemy Mercy reses Reaper, so I know it would be a 4v6 if we pushed. I hang back in safety and wait. Our Tracer gets picked, making it a 5v6 just as our Doomfist and Brigitte get back. I make a massive mistake turning my back on critical teammates. Winston could have waited for heals or grabbed the Mega. I should have been healing Brigitte or Doomfist first, then Winston, as he was out of danger. My teammates die because of my lack of awareness and poor positioning. The enemy team cleans us up from there. Here, I'm really slow to kill Junkrat. This isn't good. We're fighting a 5v6 and very scattered, but the enemy Mercy pops Valkyrie. I respond with my own Valk. We shouldn't have committed here and get punished by Death Blossom, so I back off. We really need to touch the point. Doomfist tries to take on Bastion, so I help him. Bastion then pops ult and Doomfist dies. I rapidly back off as the Bastion hunts for me. Somehow this is enough of a distraction for our Widow and Tracer to get picks. We win the fight and take the point back. Damage boosting the Junkrat helps him secure 2 staggered kills. With the start of round 2, our Winston switches to Bastion and we pick up a Lucio. Not a good team comp at all.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
I fly up to Widow to damage boost her, but in the process ignore my team. This is very bad and I have to scramble to heal the criticals when I drop down. I hear Reaper footsteps and don't realise they're above me, so I move to Bastion for help in case he jumps me. It's a 3v2, so we move to point and clean up. I flunk my Guardian Angel here, but it actually helps me dodge a Hanzo arrow. Alerted to him, I take cover and peek to heal. I get way too greedy and go to res Doomfist. This was stupid as fuck. I tried to use Angelic Descent to get cover, wanted to Guardian Angel back up to Doomfist, but I missed the window and fall to my death. Junkrat gets a pick, so I go to res Widow. I take too long here, and Junkrat dies without healing. My positioning here is awful. I'm exposed behind and to the right. I should be behind Bastion in the small room. Fortunately, I don't get punished. My team is really spread out and I'm struggling to heal everyone. I should have pinged to group up.
No one can hide from my sight. Damage boost engaged.
This res was very risky and it puts me in a dangerous position afterwards. I actually walk into the Kobe Graviton and die to Reaper ult, who I kind of forgot existed. My game sense and positioning were awful here as I was getting flustered. I was so focused on rezzing Brigitte and making it a 6v6, I didn't check my surroundings. Junkrat punishes me and makes it a 5v6 again. I should have vouched to get to the point. Instead, Junkrat lies in wait for me and spawn camps me. Round 3 begins and I suspect team morale was low. We change up our comp to include a Pharah, but we still didn't get a tank. I could have swapped a tank here, but that would have left Brigitte solo healing, and that would have been even worse than not having a tank. I'm kind of on autopilot here, pocketing the Pharah. When I remember Brigitte is solo healing the team whilst I'm in the air, I do pay attention to them. At this point in time, they have no hit scans, so I decide to stay in the air. This keeps me safe from flankers. We lose a lot of teammates very quickly due to overextending, Junkrat flunking his nade, and Reaper. Then the team continues to trickle and stagger. I alternate keeping the tanks and Pharah topped off / damage boosted. Moira dies and I want to res her, but I knew the Reaper was still lurking, so I back off instead. Thinking the Reaper was low and hiding, I hunt him down. I didn't realize they'd switched to McCree and he caught me out of position and swiftly killed me. I do my best to keep Farah alive during her ult, but she dies anyway due to her own poor positioning. I res her to try and keep up the tempo and garner a push from the picks. I see Farah needs healing, but I don't have line of sight. I ping her to group up so I can. We took too long to push. I could have vouched to keep the team alive, but they weren't grouped up, and I couldn't heal through Death Blossom anyway. I correctly predict McCree was going to ult, so I fly to cover. Winston boots me out however, and I died high noon. This was a really good Orisa shield that let me res Reaper. This gives us the number advantage for the next fight. Although Reaper gets walled off and killed, Genji deflects the Zarya Graviton. I should have Valked here to capitalize on it. I was very nearly dead here. Only quick reactions and positioning saved me. If I hadn't stopped to grab the health pack here, I possibly could have saved Orisa from Mei. My team dies too fast to save, so I back off. My Genji is being dumb and trying to 1v6. I'm trying to get him to group up. He dies just as the rest of the team gets back, making it 5v6. Knowing the push would fail, I hang back and don't ult. The enemy team uses Beat, Coalescence and Blizzard, and we use Death Blossom. The staggering is really starting to affect us now. I'm forced to Valk by overtime in the Moira. I boost our blading Genji in hopes he can turn it around. Because I'm focused, I react very slowly to the Widow behind me, and it costs me my life and my ult. I really didn't expect the Widow to be here, and I'm so startled I switch from pistol to staff. She gets a free shot off on me before I can react, but I manage to strafe and pistol her long enough for Genji to come help. As my Genji contests the point, I take high ground and use the extent of my beam range. Although the Moira spots me, I make the right choice in backing out of line of sight and then guarding Angeling to a new position. Here, I hover too long to res the Genji. If there would have been better, I would have died. I should have seen this grab coming and been out of range. With such a bad second and third round, it was no wonder we lost. We failed to group up and we were trickling the whole time. In conclusion, I need to work on my positioning and my healing priorities. Zarya caught us out of position quite a lot of times. I should have considered switching to Zen or perhaps another healer to help with the grab. Thank you for watching. If you're new, I hope you join our little squad by clicking subscribe. Let me know down below if you'd like to see more content like this and if there's anything I've missed. Love you guys, have a great day.